And issue number 2, these parents. I understand everybody swears they kid is so smart up and down, but eventually we have to be realistic. Not all y'all's kids is smart. Little Johnny over there, he's stupid.
It does seem like teachers are having a bit of a hard time just figuring out how to work with these kids these days, whether it's Gen Alpha, whether it's maybe aspects of how the parenting is these days that are bringing the kids in the classroom a certain way. Is it the teachers that are just complaining too much? Maybe they're ranting too much? Or could it be that the parents are not teaching the kids exactly what they need before they get into the school? So curious on your thoughts, and let me know in the comments below.
I am so over these students feeling like consequences are beyond them. I'm not understanding how when they do something, they don't understand the consequence for it. And I have never seen the level of disrespect I'm seeing right now in this group of kids this year. Like COVID is not to blame for that. And honestly, we have sat down in meetings where parents are crying. And who is to blame for this? Where are these kids getting this from? They're looking for school to be some type of party where they come to school, play around with their friends, and then at the last minute, oh, what can I do to get my grade up? You can listen the first time and you can do what somebody asks you to do. No pencils. Where's your materials? I don't got none. First of all, your grammar is wrong. Well, that's your job to give me a pencil. Like, the freak? And as soon as you write them up and show them the consequence of their action, oh, it's all hell breaking loose. I'm genuinely over it. Like, I'm at a point where I'm merciless. Like, areas where I showed mercy when it shouldn't have been, I'm done with that. Seriously. If it's not a kid who's trying, who I genuinely see has been trying and working hard throughout the year, we don't assign homework because we know they're not going to do it. We go through the classwork with them so they can get it complete. And still, they still don't get it done. And here come parents in meetings. Oh, well, I wonder why a teacher didn't call me earlier. Why weren't you checking your child's grades earlier and you contact us? It's getting to a point where parents are saying in meetings, well, if they have to fail, let them fail. And that's what it's looking like for me too. Because bending over backwards to help somebody who really does not want to be helped but wants something handed to them. No, that is not how life operates. Want somebody to push them through the system. No, you're going to work for this. Just like the other kids had to work for it.
Nothing frustrates me more as a teacher than when parents do not hold their children accountable. Because why am I going through all of my students' small group that they do in an hour, maybe like 3 pages in a packet, 3 pages in a book that they complete in 1 hour, and I have students who are not even done. Today is day 7, so on day 7 they are allowed to go back through the entire packet, through the set number of pages in their workbook, and complete anything that they did not complete, whether they were absent or they just didn't get to it when time was up. And then you reach out to parents to let them know, like, hey, you're sending this home, this is extra work because this was classwork and it was not completed, and the grade is going to go down if they don't complete it. And there's no accountability. Like, it blows my mind. How am I supposed to be a teacher and a parent to these kids? These are my kids, but they're not my kids.
If there was one thing that I could complain about, it would be the excessive amount of talking that goes on all day, every single day. So understand, it's a school. They're supposed to talk. They should be learning. But what I'm talking about is the constant need to comment on every single thing. It drives me nuts. So let me give you an example. Like, I talk to my students all the time about what we call inside thoughts. You're thinking it, but you don't have to say it. So like, say for instance, a kid finishes an assignment early, right? Instead of just being finished, they'll yell out, I'm finished, I'm done. So what does that do? It creates this chain of, I'm finished, I'm done. What do we do now? And I'm like, you could have just been finished. Like, we have a procedure in place for when you get done, what to do. Like, you literally didn't have to say that. Y'all, that is the part that is, oh my God. Like, if we can figure out how to manage that, we could get something done, okay?
Bro, y'all about to make all these teachers quit, and I blame a few things. I blame that No Child Left Behind. I blame the parents. And hell, no shade. Them like the main 2 things I gotta blame. But starting off with the No Child Left Behind. First of all, implementing that whole No Child Left Behind, I think that just allows to continuously go to school, not learn a thing, and still pass because they know they're not gonna be left behind. Because if you clearly don't know what you're talking about, you don't need to advance to the next grade, because all you're doing is making your life harder and the teacher's life harder, because then they have to try to go back and reteach they were already supposed to be taught, and then try to proceed to teach the lesson that they are there to teach themselves. Because then you're stuck stuck with a 10th grade math teacher teaching 8th grade math, all because they didn't want to leave the children behind. And now these kids don't know how to write cursive. And issue number 2, these parents. I understand everybody swears they kid is so smart up and down, but eventually we have to be realistic. Not all y'all's kids is smart. Little Johnny over there, he's stupid because you go and ask little Johnny what his favorite number is and he talk about it purple, and then we're confused about why he's failing in school. Y'all sit here over spoiling and coddling these kids, making it seem like it's just all the teachers and these teachers just being oh so wrong to your kid, when in reality your kid is giving the teacher a hard time in class doing everything but learning.
Please stop messaging teachers about things we don't know about. Since if your second grader came home with their lunchbox full, I don't know why they didn't eat it. You drop them off in the lunchroom, they have 30 minutes, I come back and get them. I've gotten so many messages. It's like, my kid forgot to eat lunch today. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what they did for 30 minutes, but please don't text me about it at 8:30 at night because I don't know what you want me to do. Teachers have 1,000,001 things going on. The very bottom of my list is seeing if your kid ate their lunch that I gave them 30 minutes to eat. So, I don't know. Just please tell your kid to eat their lunch.
So we had an assignment today, well, over the last few days, where we're talking about the Old West, but black cowboys and black cowgirls and how they're really not talked about. So they had an assignment, which was this. They needed to choose one of these characters, work in a group, of course, give me 3 facts about their upbringing, challenges, accomplishments, sources. Very easy peasy. They're working together, right? Shouldn't be hard if there are 3 people in a group, right? And Google is doing most of the work, right? And let's not forget, we're dealing with people who Google everything, papers, answers, everything. So they know how this works. So they were expected to use the information from here to complete the 2 truths and a lie task and activity. So that way, when they got to their in-class free write, which is to determine whether Hollywood portrayed your assigned character with accuracy or not, they have evidence to prove their points, right? Bruh, all they had to do was read off information from here, whether it was upbringing, challenges, da-da-da-da, and then fill it out here. That's it. You're just reading what you already typed. So
I've been seeing a number of these videos just on TikTok, on YouTube as well, on Instagram, and I know that it's challenging to be a teacher. For myself personally, yes, I work one-on-one with kids and with students, and I have a whole team that does that as well. But what I'm thinking is that when you're in the classroom, because I've seen the classroom, I've been in the classroom previously when I've been helping out with teachers and whatnot, it is very tricky. And these kids could be very disrespectful. There are a number of situations that I've seen personally where I've been just completely appalled, and I don't know where they got some of these behaviors from, and I'm sure that a lot of you know as well that it could be from the parents. It could be from social media. Who knows? Thanks for watching these videos with me, and I appreciate everyone that's been here on this journey so far. We've reached 1,000 subscribers as well, so thank you to all who have been watching and who have been joining us on this. So again, curious on all of your thoughts, leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.